the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to Memorial Stadium in Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Vanderbilt Commodores, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Commodores will kick it away first. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. To the air on first down. Makes the catch. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41. And the Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Fires to the wideout, and his throw is incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move. The Hoosiers are marching down the field. Looking to throw again. Quarterback extends the play. Throws to the wideout. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but it gets man.
There he goes. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. And the Hoosiers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man on the right. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they're going to have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Touchdown, Hoosiers! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working. working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll start this drive going to the air. Unloads it left. A strike downfield. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Wants to go up top, release to the back. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big play.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. The Hoosiers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Motion from the back. Wants to fire on second down. He's going to let it go. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
He's looking to throw on third and short. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. And the Hoosiers will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Give to the back. Inside the 40. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. Ball is at the 35. It's first and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. The short hands. It's Eaton. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't.
That's a fumble on the play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games. That loses games. And that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that
And this guy continues to pour on the stats. That's why he's in the Heisman picture, right? Had over 100 receiving yards last week. He's off to a great start today. Defenses just can't figure this guy out.
Pulls it in. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
Not a lot the defense can do on that one, guys. With this tight end size, he's really difficult to defend on these crossing patterns as he gets downfield.
We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. First play of the period, first down here. Looking to throw on first down. Swings it out to the flat. On the move at the 30. Touchdown, Indiana! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Grab near the marker. It's Eaton. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Here's the give off the left side. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. They've got the screen set up. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Finds the tight end. Oh, what a cut! Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Looking to throw on first down. He's got it on the outside. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, rivalry game in the SEC. Of course, that's almost redundant in that league. But check this out. North Carolina went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's building and prove you're legit. And did the Tar Heels ever do that?
Out of the chute, quick toss to the right.
An SEC clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Commodores line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. It'll be a draw. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Just a great job by the quarterback, the running back, the offensive line. Sneaky little devils. What do? Make it look like pass, sneak in the run, catch you off guard. Great play call by the offense.
To the air on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
From the gun, the running back has it. Got the first down and more. Turning it on, and you race it to the house. Touchdown, Commodores!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's going for it all. Makes the grab at the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Indiana!
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. The short hands, it's Eaton. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Commodores are in the hurry-up.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm.
Looking deep. What a grab along the right sideline for the huge play.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. They've really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Quarterback sneaks it ahead. Sneaks it into the end zone.
A nice job by this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now, listen, it's not even halftime yet. So keep fighting, going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. He's taking the shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And that's exactly what I would do, too. Why would I not keep throwing that dude the football? I know it was incompletion, but he has had a day. He's been cooking this secondary, and they've tried to find ways to get him the ball because he has been so dynamic today.
He wants to change this route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got an open man. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Hoosiers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Going for it all. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the Hoosiers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw again. Floating away. Zings it complete to the right. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Touchdown, Hoosiers! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. He'll start this drive firing. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Snagged in the middle, it's Henderson. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. The Commodores come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They'll run play action. Caught over the middle. It's Henderson. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chains.
And I like that 3rd and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the first down.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Looking downfield on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Lets it fly. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Sends it downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Wants to adjust the pattern. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Looking for a huge play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
I don't blame the quarterback for taking that shot either, man. He's cooked up with this guy twice today for scores. Give him another try. They just couldn't get on the same page on that one.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. Fires to the wideout. Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the 1st half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Hoosiers will kick it off to start the 2nd half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the 2nd half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the 2nd half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the 1st half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. He makes a grab.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
He'll set up to throw. Fires into the end zone. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is...
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Touchdown, Vandy. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Tulsa is down right now, but this young man under center has shown some moxie today. We could see a legend born in Chapman Stadium. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Troy. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got
lots of room to run. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do, but over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. And the Hoosiers are on the move. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Makes the grab. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Going for 6. Touchdown, Indiana! Quick strike through the air for the score.
How about the day for this young fella? That's a 4-game stretch. Nope, 4 touchdowns in 1 game. He has been the focal point of this offense, and he has not disappointed.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of the defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
And the Commodores come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to run for it. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes a grab past the marker. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. The Commodores getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
It's now 2nd down.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And the Commodores pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. This time on target. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a 1st down.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart without...
Breaks into the open. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Commodores want to pick up the tempo. From the red zone, looking for a space. It's complete to the right. Touchdown, Vanderbilt! A great catch and run for 6. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
42, Vanderbilt, 28.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Their lead now down to 14. Might feel a little game pressure on this drive. Finds his man.
And on the slant route, I love the location of the throw by the quarterback. He's not making it difficult on his receiver. He's putting the football out in front, hitting his receiver right in the face mask and making it easy for him.
Quarterback making checks. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. On target to the left. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. His offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play.
Well, if you're going to be in the Heisman picture, you got to make plays week in, week out at receiver, and that's what he does. He's a good route runner. He's reliable, and he's got speed to take it to the house. Top 5 in the nation right now in receiving it.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Looking for a gap. It's Owen. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25. Give him 1.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Gives it on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
We reach the end of the period. It's Indiana on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Grab near the marker. It's Eaton. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown Doors! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Quick strike complete. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Right down the middle. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on 2nd down. On target. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
To the air on 1st down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Breaks out another sweet move and gets it down to the 40.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football, though.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he picked up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. The Hoosiers will snap it on 1st and 10.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Quarterback there just trying to go to his primary target, and they're just not on the same page.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. Firing toward the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it has gone final in that fascinating Pac-12 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Louisiana was able to come away with a hard-fought victory in Lafayette. It wasn't one coaches will point to the rest of the way as a perfect 60 minutes of ball, but it is a step in the right direction. Pac-12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just when you think you have things figured out, a game like this happens.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the 2nd play of the drive from the 36. Wants to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Eaton. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Commodores want to move quickly.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up at this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Got room on the return. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Indiana! The defense takes matters into its own hands. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost.
He's got an alley. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
Anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Bunch formation for these receivers. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Line getting set on second down. Off play action. Swings it out to his running back. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there getting that first.
Here we go, here we go. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
When you've got a losing skid, there's nothing like some good old home cooking. They came back home, and they have played an outstanding game. And let's give this crowd a helmet stick. They've been so loud. You know they've impacted this game, and that's the beauty of college football, helping their team get back in the win.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. He wants to throw it. Dumps it to the back. Right on the money. At the 45 on his way. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Moving away from pressure. Fires on the move. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now.
Touchdown, Commodores! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing it.
Racing down the left side. The 50. He's at the 40. The 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Indiana!
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns. A 21-point cushion in the fourth. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. A 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Eaton. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking downfield on 1st down. It's complete on the right side. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. The Commodores have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go. And
that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Fielded in the end zone, it's Eaton. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Looking to throw on 1st down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Nearly another interception. It'll be 2nd down.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. Your quarterback just threw a pick 6. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff him. On the very first play of the next drive, let him throw the football to try to reestablish a rhythm and reestablish some confidence. Obviously, that one falls incomplete, but they need to get this guy back into a rhythm. The only way you do that is by throwing the ball.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Well, he has been the go-to guy all game long. He has been lighting up the scoreboard. This defense cannot cover him.
Give to the running back. Can't get him to the ground. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
2nd down coming up.
Now the play fake. Makes the grab. It's McKenzie. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You've got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. And the Commodores come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. Fires to the right. He's got it in more than enough for a 1st down.
By the receiver.
Timeout is called with just a single second left.
Timeout, Vanderbilt.
After this, it'll be a wrap. Looking to throw on 1st down. He tries to take the top off. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. The great Nick Saban often says players often respond better to losses. They listen more than they do if they're getting away with things and wins.